A video from a high school track meet has left many shocked at the events that took place. As seen in the video, Kaylin Tucker was on the receiving end of what appeared to be a strike from competitor Alayla Everett. Here's more. Okay, so we cannot play this video because it is from local news, and full disclosure, local news is really difficult with playing their stuff. So I want to read to you what Alayla Everett said. She is the person who allegedly struck her competitor. Everybody has feelings. So you're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right? They're going off of one angle. Then she would say, a couple times hitting her, but my baton got stuck behind her back like this. She would show how it happened, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit. I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose. They are assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video. There have been multiple angles now that appears to confirm what we see and how our eyes are not deceiving us. Let me focus on the latter for a second. High schoolers competing, and I believe this is a terrible mistake that this competitor made, but she would say that she didn't make a mistake. She would say that it just happened on accident. Regardless, whatever transpires, there is no room in society to go after this person and call them ghetto and spew the N-word in their direction and issue death threats. It is never the time and place to do anything like that. And as I have discussed with so many athletes, if anyone has a critique, keep it on the field. Keep it on the field of play. Keep it on the court. Keep it on the rink. To get personal and go over the line like this, uncalled for. Hey guys, quick break in the action. I have a new show coming out called The Rick Strom Show. It is going to be awesome. I'm interviewing musicians, athletes, producers, writers, journalists, authors, sports doctors. Go check it out at youtube.com/@TheRickStromShow. Also be sure to throw me a follow on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. It can all be found in the description box below. Thank you. Here is the latest, and this is very serious. There are reports of Kaylin Tucker suffering a concussion and potential skull fracture when the baton struck her. This obviously will lead to potential damage long term. Well, the concussion for sure. Skull fracture, who knows what is going to happen. We're waiting on more reports. She would tell local media, I was in disbelief. I didn't even know. I didn't know what had happened. I got hit in the head and I just fell off the track. She would say that they were jockeying for position. And in track, that is certainly a common benefactor of folks competing. This all went down at the Virginia High School League Class 3 Indoor Track and Field Championships in Lynchburg, Virginia. I believe I saw this was at Jerry Falwell's Liberty University, as a matter of fact. TMZ would confirm there's currently a police investigation into the incident. Tucker's father, Keith, told the outlet they filed a protective order against his daughter's opponents. Her mother, Kaylin's mother, tomorrow would tell ABC Action News the whole Coliseum pretty much gasped. One could only imagine that collective sound that we know all too well when we see an injury, when we are in the stands of a professional game and see something that just takes our breath away. We all know it. So tomorrow would say I just jumped out of the bleachers immediately and ran to her on the main floor, as a parent would. She'd add, to see that they kept running, not stopping, not checking on my daughter, that was the part I was like, it couldn't have been an accident. This seems to be the consensus amongst the family, that there was no apology when it happened, and more importantly, no apology in the aftermath. But what I will say is, if you listen to Everett, she says that it was accidental. So if something were to happen like this and it's accidental, I've seen so many times that there is going to be different strokes for different folks. Some are just going to keep on going. Others are going to stop and check on their competitors. It is essentially who you ask, and you're going to get almost a different answer every single time. Tomorrow would go on. My whole thing was no apology. Like no coaches, no athletes, no anything. Even if it was an accident, and she would say she doesn't think it was an accident, but nothing. It's been more than 24 hours. So I guess that was the major thing. My child was hurt. Nobody came to check on her. Kaylin also asked through local media, why haven't you apologized yet? See, that's another big one. They know what they want. And on that front, Everett said she attempted to reach Tucker to apologize, but was blocked on all social media platforms. Her team was disqualified as well. I'll get to that in a second. One can make the argument that if you really wanted to apologize, what you could have done is gone to greater lengths than simply pulling out your phone, and this will take 5 seconds, going on, for example, Instagram, seeing you're blocked, going on another social media platform, seeing you're blocked, and then saying, I'm done, which I assume she did. If there was to be better intentions, she likely would have gone through the school. And there would have been folks who are in greater positions of power to link up and have the apology take place. Vincent Pugh, the former citywide athletic director at Portsmouth Public Schools, did not agree with the disqualification. He would claim Turner was simply closely running while wherever it was. So I find that to also be pretty interesting. Nonetheless, the Virginia High School League, or VHSL, released a statement. The VHSL does not comment on individuals or disciplinary actions due to the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. That's what Mike McCall said, the director of comms. The actions taken by the meet director to disqualify the runner were appropriate and correct. We thoroughly review every instance like this that involves player safety with the participating schools. The VHSL membership has always made it a priority to provide student athletes with a safe environment for competition. Meanwhile, Kaylin isn't allowed on the track until she recovers from her injuries, per her mother. So a terrible incident that took place. Really, really bad. What I'm curious to see is what comes out further. I'm hoping that Kaylin Tucker is going to be okay. And on top of this, showing acts of good faith, I think, is very important. But there's also this internal strife, at least what I'm picking up on, that she doesn't want to admit fault because she thinks she didn't do anything wrong. So, thoughts on the comments section, y'all. See you there. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.